Welcome back to Metal Gear RC. We're here in the Wrenching-Nut RC garage, and today I'm going to show you how to put together one of my 1-quart 6-pack oil boxes. And as you can see, you can either get it just the box itself or the kit with the oil quarts. So, brief overview of what we're going to be doing is showing how to cut the box properly. And as you can tell, there'll be black solid lines as well as some smaller dotted lines. The black lines are what you're going to be cutting, and the dotted lines are where you'll be folding at. So some of the things you'll need are either an X-Acto knife, which you have your smaller version, and I'll be using the larger version, a straight edge to help you cut straight lines. And being that I'm using the X-Acto knife, I'll be using a cutting surface. Or you can use some scissors that are made for fine detail. I'll probably be putting a picture or an image of one on the screen right about now that you could use to cut. I definitely don't suggest using scissors, but if you're good with them and you don't have an X-Acto knife, then yes, go ahead and use those. So let's get to cutting one of the boxes and then assembling it. So here we have one of the boxes, and as you can tell, it was cut out pretty quickly, and that top part needs to be trimmed out and made straight. So I'm going to take the X-Acto knife and a straight edge. I'm going to match up the straight edge here, the very edge, right on the black line. We want to cut exactly on the black line. With some nice light passes until we got it cut. Now we're left with a nice finish. It's right on the black line. So the bottom is cut nicely, so we're not going to deal with that one. We'll go ahead and we'll do the top ones here. I'm going to cut on the line here, cut this line here, and this line here. This one I don't have to worry about too much, but being exactly, because this is going to be inside the box. So without using a straight edge, I'm just going to couple slits on it. Make sure it's all the way through. Same here. Follow the black line. It's off. Repeat with the other side. And cut. Cut down these black lines as well. And what I usually do is I'll push down right here at the very end of the black lines, and it usually comes right off. And now you just go ahead and repeat that for here, 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 and here. And for the bottom one here, it's just a little one, so I usually cut along the line here and here. I guess I didn't get all the way through. I have to do a couple times just to make sure it's all the way, and then you'll have that little slit. And as you can see here, you have that little slit. And you repeat for the other side as well. All right, now that we have our box cut out here, we're going to go ahead and bend the tabs. So I usually like to use the straight edge, and I'll actually hang this little piece off of something, off the end of the table or something, and put that straight edge on the dotted line and see how I bent it up. Once I bend it up, I can take it, bend it back down like so. So usually you want to bend it a couple times, make it nice and soft on that bend, and then you'll do the same thing for here, here, and here. I put it almost on top, but just enough to where I still see the line. All right, now that we have it bent, go ahead and we'll bend it back and forth a little bit. Make a nice crease where it's soft. Go back and forth like this. Now we have our folds for the box. Now we need to do the flaps. So same thing, they're all the same on the same line. They're all even. So we'll go ahead and match it up, leaving a little bit. Best to hang it over an edge to get to it so you don't mess up the flaps too much. Bend them up. Put a nice little crease in it. And we're going to do that for the opposite side, which we just did the bottom, so we do the top now. So once we have that, we'll do the same thing. We'll bend them back and forth a little bit, make it nice and soft, where they fold on the dotted lines. Do the same thing for the top and bottom. All right. So next, Let me give a little better view here. So next, I usually use stick glue. I use this purple one. It changes as it dries, it goes clear. I like this one so I know where I put it at. You can use other glues, but I prefer this one because it has a better finish. It doesn't get the cardboard a wet look like some glues would, especially your wet glues. So I'll flap. So here's the front side, or the outside of the box. And I'll take this one and I'll flap it inwards. I'm going to apply glue on this part here and on the bottom one here. And once I do that, I'll then take them, put them together and match up the lines and where it's flush together. So let me go ahead and add the glue. You can go a little heavy on it if you want. I prefer to go heavy on it. As you can see, the purple, match it up. Make sure it's nice and flush and together. Once you get that, like so, go ahead and let it dry. And then we'll move on to gluing the bottom of the box once that's dry. Now that has dried enough to move on to the next stage. What we're going to do is we're going to make sure we get the bottom. The top will definitely have different stuff on there, depending on which kit you have or which cardboard box you have, like this one here. But the bottom one, as you can see, is more plain, and it actually has the stamp of the um, how much the box can handle, or especially like the recycle symbol on there. That's usually on the bottom of the box. That's how you'll know that's the bottom. What you want to do is the ones that actually have the printout, you want to flap those outwards. And then the ones that don't have anything, that's the part that you're going to flap on the inside. So we're going to apply glue here, all the way around on each of the flaps now that they're in position. I usually like to stick my finger in the inside, especially the flap I'm going to be working on, applying glue. Go a little heavy. And for the ones to the outside, I usually back it up with my finger as well. So once they're all nice and coated, go ahead and close the bottom of the box and pushing it downwards. I usually like to open up the top side, and I'll take my straight edge and I'll push down, making sure that everything is flattened and squared off, just like that. So when you're done, you have a squared out box. Everything is glued down. The purple will definitely disappear as it dries, so don't be worried about that if you're using the purple glue, or glue stick that is. All right, double check everything. Everything looks Everything looks good. Everything looks square. And now you can fold up your top. If you wanna glue it closed, do the same thing. Just add some glue on top, or you can fold it up like I did this one here. And you can leave it open if you like. And if you have the kit, you can put your 6 1-quarts inside, and then you can go ahead and decorate your RC garage with them. Thanks for watching. If you like my content, please give me a thumbs up. Uh, Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed to see if I come out with more material. And as for now, thanks for watching. Until next time.